Hey everyone, this is Dr. Al-Kayed, and I'm proud to say that I matched into internal medicine at my top choice program and as a first-time applicant. Well, first off, I'd like to say something from the heart. The journey to US residency is everything but easy. It's long, it's tough, and it's full of challenges. But the good news is it's doable. And what makes it doable is that it's a gradual process. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to rush. But you definitely have to stay consistent, you have to prepare properly, and you have to plan carefully. As an non-US IMG, the journey wasn't just about staying up late studying for the steps, doing research, or even gaining clinical experience and work experiences. It also involved solo trips to the US, a country that felt so far from home, so unfamiliar, sometimes overwhelming. There were moments I felt completely alone. There were days I missed my family deeply. But I want to say something to anyone going through this right now. These feelings are normal and they are part of the process. I began this journey in 2019. From the very beginning, I committed to building myself to become the kind of doctor I believe a resident should be. So in 2019, it was my freshman year. I started teaching. At first, it was just a small study circle, like just a few students. But then over the years, it grew. So far, I have taught more than 1,700 students across different countries. And that experience really enhanced my application because it showed that I'm a hardworking, committed person. It also showed a sense of responsibility, especially that I used this work to afford each and every single step in this journey. So programs usually value your work experiences, especially as a student, Later in 2023, I founded ZakaEd. ZakaEd is a medical platform. So I founded ZakaEd. I'm the CEO and manager of ZakaEd. And that experience also showed my leadership, initiative, and what was deeply valued by the programs. In 2023, I also completed my Step 1 and Step 2 exams. My strong teaching experience really helped me to take both exams within the same year, just 5 months apart. But I still recommend dedicating like 6 months to 1 year for each exam. I also focused heavily on enhancing my clinical experience. I completed 5 months of US clinical experience. 3 months were hands-on and 2 months were observerships. And I just want to say that observerships are so underrated. If you know how to use them, connect with the team, prove yourself, get strong LORs, they can be just as valuable, if not more, than hands-on rotations. I also added a virtual rotation during my last year of medical school, so that gives a total of 6 months within the US healthcare system. I got LORs from all 6 and submitted 4 of them in my application. I also worked at my brother's clinic for like 3 months as a medical student, and I made it sure to include that in my application to show my commitment to enhancing my clinical skills. After I graduated, I still had a few months before residency began, and during that time, I worked 2 jobs. Days as an intern at a hospital here in Jordan, and during evening and nights as a GP in a clinic. All of these experiences were reflected strongly in my application, showing my commitment to improving my clinical skills, which is something every residency program is looking for. In 2023, I have been leading a research team of 65 researchers. They range from students to specialists, and they come from different countries. And that experience really showed my leadership and my passion for academic medicine in my application. By the time I applied for the match, I had 11 publications and 5 poster presentations. Now, research is definitely important for the match, but don't stress about having too many papers. The most important thing is to show that you're capable of being part of a scholarly work. One more thing I made sure to highlight in my application is that I didn't want to come across just as an excellent physician. I also wanted the programs to see me as a person they'd genuinely want to have on their team, they'd enjoy working with. So I focused on my personal side too. I worked on my hobbies and interests. I showed that I earned a bronze medal in gymnastics, and that I also run an Instagram account with 10,000 followers where I share life experiences, tips for IMGs, motivational videos. And you won't believe that many of my interviews turned into conversation about this stuff. It helped the program see who I am, not just as a candidate, but as a person. And I think that this made a difference. Now, here is my advice. Look at the residents you admire. What qualities, skills do they have? Now go work on these one by one. Build them into your journey, and most importantly, show them clearly in your application.